Hello, thank you for joining me today. It's Sunday, and if it's Sunday, it means I get to review a book. I love reviewing a book each week. Sundays are one of my favorite days, but for the first time, I've been doing this now for over 30 weeks, doing a book review once a week for 30 weeks, and I really came up against the first book I didn't like. And it's not that I guess it was just so different than what I expected. And maybe that frustrated me. I expected to have a conceptual kind of conversation with the book, not a highly analytical and tactical. So I was surprised. And I thought the book was bloated, and I thought it was a little bit repetitive and at times condescending. But you tell me, it's a bestseller. It sold 4 million copies. I'm going to show you the book in a second. The authors are widely heralded as top management thinkers in the world. They've received several awards and accolades, really prestigious awards and accolades, saying that they, seemingly moved the curve. Now, you might be wondering, what the heck book is this? I'm going to tell you, and everybody's heard of it, and you may have, or may not have read it, but here it is right here. So this week I listened to on Audible 8 hours and 47 minutes or something like that, 8 hours and 50 minutes of Blue Ocean Strategy. And it's famous for the whole concept of Blue Ocean. And when I picked it up and to read it, I thought that I was going to get these great concepts about how you have to position your company out in Blue Ocean and avoid the Red Ocean. I didn't expect to have chapter after chapter of detailed strategies. And let me show you what I'm talking about when I say detailed strategies. Let me see if I can't pull it up. Right here on the left of my screen, if you can see it, this 27-page PDF addendum to the Audible book has, I think, some 32 diagrams and just 10-step programs, 8 things to do, 14 things. There's like 32 of these. Like every chapter is chocked full of tactics and strategies, highly analytical. It wasn't light reading at all, and I don't blame the book for not being light reading, not at all. I'm just giving you a sense. It wasn't exactly what I expected. If you read it or listened to the book, it's highly repetitive. It repeats itself over and over again. Like it reviews the chapters twice at the beginning of the book. And then it reviews the upcoming chapter at the end of each chapter. So you review the chapter 3 times before you even get to the chapter, things like that. And then they'd get to a simple topic and they try to make it super complicated, which made the author seem condescending. Like, you didn't have to explain that for 40 pages. I probably pretty much got it on the first page. That's just how I took the book. But let me talk to you about some of the key concepts of the book, because that's really what it's about. And I did like the concept of Blue Ocean, and I did like the delineation between Blue Ocean and Red Ocean. I liked it a lot. In truth, all of their tactics, strategies, diagrams, I actually liked. It was just too much, too bloated. But anyway, so Blue Ocean Strategy is the simultaneous pursuit of differentiation and low cost to open up a new market space and create new demand. It's about capturing uncontested market space, whereby making the competition irrelevant. Let me break that down. So what it says is, look, you need to be different. And let's say how you can be different, you create a slightly different category, but you do that by erasing 80% of whatever the product was before you began. Like 80% of the product is waste. Like this book, by the way, 80% of this product is waste. And this is part of their value equation, by the way. But 80% of the product is waste. Get rid of things that people don't care about. Cut your price. Then create some differentiators that nobody else has. And now you've created a new product category. And that's a big part of the book too, is look, in Red Oceans, you're competing in a small product category. In a Blue Ocean, you're breaking out of the wall of that product category into another product category. And they use Cirque du Soleil, who broke out of the circus category and into the Broadway show type of category. So they created a new market, and therefore they didn't really have a competitor because other competitors did both those things. make kind of sense? And so red ocean is just trying to run on the hamster wheel faster, trying to value by cost cutting, but not by cutting out irrelevant costs. It's by trying to do incremental value increases versus having exponential value increases. And I know I'm really summarizing this and butchering it kind of up. But, and the thing is, by the way, Blue Ocean, another thing I liked about the authors, because they talked about Built to Last, and they talked about some of the books that have been written about all these great companies, and how most of those companies highlighted in those books have gone bankrupt or found themselves in disrepair. There is no enduring great company. There are companies that are great for a period. And one of the things they talked about in Blue Oceans is you have to constantly be going deeper out into the blue ocean, or else you're going to find yourself in a red ocean. And I really, really like that part. So this is from their website. I'll share it with you again. Pretty straightforward. The differences between red ocean and blue ocean. Red ocean competes in an existing market space. They're trying to beat the competition. They exploit existing demand. They make value cost trade-offs. They align the whole system of the firm's activities with a strategic choice of differentiation or low cost, where a blue ocean creates an uncontested market space, makes the competition irrelevant, creates and captures new demand, breaks the value cost trade-off, and align the whole system, the firm's activities in pursuit of a differentiation and low cost. Now, one of the things honestly, the book was fine. I know I came strongly. I didn't like the book, and all those things they said are true about why I didn't like it. But I loved all of the case studies they had in the book: Circus du Soleil, Southwest Airlines, NetJets, Canon, Philips Lighting, the New York Police Department. That was a great case study. EFS, a logistics company, Starbucks, Apple, the downfall of Blockbuster. Like, they use case studies for both positive and negative, which I also appreciated them doing. And so reading all the case studies was fun or enjoyable. Listening to each of the case studies was great. I learned a lot from that. And I learned a lot from the concepts of this. I didn't so much take as much from their strategy or tactics, which maybe you will if you get the 27-page PDF or if you actually buy the book. But so here are some of the key concepts from the book. It's value innovation. That's the cornerstone of Blue Ocean strategy. That's combining differentiation and cost leadership to create unique value. They use Yellowtail wine as an example. Before that, all wines were really snobby and they didn't really resonate with the common person. So people didn't really want to buy them. It was too complicated. They didn't know what to do. And so this Yellowtail came out with this wine for everyone that doesn't have any of the things. They're not trying to do the oakiness or the tannins. They're just trying to make a wine that's easy to drink and fun, and it quickly became like the number one wine in the world. So that was how it showed how, one, they reduced all the costs because, one, all the bottles were the same. They didn't have to do long-term aging. They made it in like 13 weeks. They really reduced their costs in all sorts of ways. And then and then they created a unique value because it opened a new market. It was for people, non-wine drinkers started to drink it. So that's an example, one of the examples. The strategy canvas is a pretty good tool, which is a visual tool to map strategies and identify gaps for innovation. The 4 actions framework, which guides companies to eliminate, reduce, raise, and create factors to redefine market offerings. That was pretty good. The eliminate, reduce, raise, create (ERRC) grid is one of the key components of this book. Was really good. It's just a tool for systematically crafting strategies that break out market boundaries. And then they also go into tipping point leadership. That's what I'm talking about. The book talks about leadership. It talks about execution, a ton about execution. It talks about corporate structure. It has everything in it, which I wasn't expecting. And maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it as much. But that is the book this week. It's a pretty lengthy book. It's a heavy lift. I'm glad I finally read it. I probably got more out of it than I'm saying. It kind of worn me out too, because I had to really concentrate when I was listening to it. I know you probably read it. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if I'm totally wrong. Let me know if this book changed your life or your business. I'm certainly willing. I'm willing to change my mind. But if you like, give it a read. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you giving me time. As always, don't forget to check me out on my socials. I do a post every day relevant to home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, mortgage professionals, C-suite, all that kind of stuff. With that, I appreciate your time. Hope you're having a great weekend. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.